when you know what you want and why you want it, but you are not invested in how it's going to come, when it's going to be there, who's going to bring it, because those questions to which you don't know answers cause you to put engines on the other end of your train. If you're just asking and not doing that thing you do that contradicts your asking, it will come, and it will come fast. And so once you have experiences like that, and another, and another, and another, after a little while, you start to recognize the formula. And this is the thing that someone else listening into a story has a harder time getting, because the formula that we want you to pay attention to is the emotional formula. It's the way you feel about it. In other words, when you say, I'm playful about it, anyone listening to you talking about how fun it would be for $22,000 to just come, they may or may not be feeling playful. They may really need the $20,000, or they may not believe that it could come.
And that's what you talked about that I listened to that started the whole thing. It would just, I guess it clicked for me finally.
And that's why we say start with something easy. And by something easy, it means something that you haven't beaten to death with your doubt. Something that you're not so wadded up in that you can't find a breakthrough. Start with easy things and let the universe show you. The universe will show you the following. The universe will show you, you are your inner being's object of attention. You have our undivided attention. And we mean that. Only you are the divider of the energy. Only you can split the energy. When you ask, it is given. Question is, how do you receive the impulse? How do you be in the right place at the right time? There are people that get those letters and don't even open them. A person in a funk might even see that as junk mail. There are all kinds of things that keep you from receiving what you are wanting.
Well, you had talked about being kind to yourself and be easier and rest more. And I had really started doing a lot of that. I've been really busy, but I thought I need to take some time for me. So I'm sitting on my back porch, and we live in the country, and it's beautiful. And I'm watching the birds, and I'm taking more time for myself. And in that part of my life,
are you saying to us the most productive thing that you could possibly do in terms of getting everything that you want is to do things that feel good to you?
And it's easy. It was easy.
Yeah. Because this is the art of allowing, not the art of making it happen. This is the law of attraction, not the law of assertion. You are worthy. One of our favorite things that happens as you get on a run like this, where you just begin to believe in your ability to receive, is that you begin finally to feel worthy. And once that belief clicks into place, once you show yourself the simple process of just getting in sync with what you've already asked for, and you find out how powerful and smart and specific and connected the universe is in delivering to you, and then start to enjoy your aligned, clear-minded, receptive mode part of realizing that you were in the right place at the right time. You begin saying things to yourself like, well, I was going to go over there, and then instead I went over there. Your source, your resources, there is so much information that is to your benefit. In fact, all of the information is only to your benefit.
Lisa Nichols here. Welcome home. When you're going through hard times, which many people are, don't go through it alone. Lift your hand, find your people, and link your arms. I'm your sister in the journey. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for more.
I mean, if you're not where you want to be, it's an adjustment you have to make, not an adjustment somebody else has to make. Bars. So the first thing I want you to realize is that your mindset, right? Your mindset is the reason why you're not where you're supposed to be. All right. It's your mindset. There's something in your main frame that's wrong for this particular time. Now, what does that mean? Because some of us, we so married to where we've been. We so married to where we come from. So what am I telling you? As I've moved, my success has come from shifting the mindset where I was to the mindset where I was trying to go. You cannot be a part of change or going to the next level if you still respect where you come from too much. All right? We're going to break this down for a minute because this is important. I could have been blew up. Let me tell you something that I'm realizing now. Of all the things that God wants us to have, money is the easiest one. Money, it is so easy to make 6 figures. It is so easy in this world to make 7 figures. It's easy. Like, it's not difficult. But what makes it difficult is that many of us are trying to go to a 6-figure, 7-figure life without going to a 6-figure, 7-figure mindset. You're trying to keep your exact same mindset and go into a different realm, and it's not possible. And the hardest thing you will ever do is change your mindset. Once you change your mindset, everything else is easy. So there are certain thought patterns you have that no matter how hard you try to get 6-figure, 7-figure, you'll never be able to go there, because a part of being a CEO is being vulnerable. So if you're a person who wants everything already together, already fixed, you can't be a successful entrepreneur. Because an entrepreneur, I think vulnerability is probably one of the greatest things we have to deal with. It's our money we spend it, it's our time we spend it, and once we put it in there, we don't know for sure it's gonna work or not. I'm working on a book, right? And the young lady, and as I'm going through with her, she was like, Eric, the hardest part about working with you is that you don't have a demographic. Imagine the kid that was 13, 14. Imagine I wish y'all would have met me. I wish y'all had met me at 21, 22, 23 with the full daishiki boy. They think I'm playing. I don't know where she at. When I first got to Michigan State, they're like, bro, you're going to have to calm down. I'm talking about I'm coming to class with the Malcolm, with the looking through the window like what? And I'm talking about any means necessary, right? But you look at me now, and the work that I do is global. And it didn't become global because I became a better speaker. It became global because I started tearing down some of the paradigms. And so what I'm trying to tell you is, you can attract the female, you can attract the male, you can attract the business, you can attract whatever you want to attract, but you're going to tear it down if you had the same mindset. And even in my marriage, my wife would just argue year after year after year. Why are you so paranoid? Like, why do you think I'm against you? Like, why would you be married to me, but yet you don't trust me? And I said, yo, I never realized it. You know, I got to go back to therapy. I was like, sweetheart, it's not that I don't trust you. I don't trust my mama. That's a paradigm. So if I don't trust my mom and I married you, my mom is the highest human on earth to me. How am I going to trust you if I don't trust my mom? Right. And I don't trust my mom because she lied to me about who my father was. And I don't trust my mom because she told me she was going to tell me when I was 18 that we was going to talk about it. But I was like, Ma, you didn't. You let other people talk to me about it. You let other people tell me. So they told me their story. I never got your story. And so now I'm messed up, because if you can't trust your mama, you can't trust no human on earth. And so now God is like, you got to fix that. You can't be going in these environments. I'm blessing you with all stuff. You're going to lose everything. The highest thing in the world is trust. You don't trust people. So when my wife said, you paranoid, I am. I'm paranoid because the person that I loved the most, that I had the closest relationship to, lied to me about who my father was. And then when I discovered who he was, meaning that I know my grandma, I know my aunts, I know my uncles, I know my family, I thought he was a friend of the family, then my mom put me in a situation where if you go after a relationship with him, then you'll lose the one you have with me. But I want you to pay attention to what I'm doing. I want you to pay attention to what I'm saying. And then in your own world, I want you to do it, right? So I want you to look at the people that you look up to in your world. Look up to those people who you feel like, man, in this area, they got it. I don't have that area. And I want you to actually physically write down everything that they're doing. There are things that we do that aren't right, but because we do it, we feel like it's right. There are ways that we think, behaviors that we have. It's not right. It's not productive. It's not helping you and your family. It's not helping you personally. It's not helping you spiritually. It's not helping you make money. But you're not objective because it's you. You feel like it's okay. If it's wrong, it's wrong. And I want y'all to get to the point where you are mature enough to say that even though it does not feel good, even though I don't like it, even though it's not something that I want to do, I can't keep doing what I feel because it's not going to take me where I'm trying to get to. I have to be factual. All I have to do is emulate these characteristics. And if I can emulate these characteristics, I'm going to be successful. When I got in that room, I was okay with probably being the dumbest when it comes to economics. And I was able to sit back and ask some questions and learn. And when I left that room, I went to a whole nother level. Write that down. I will no longer bring my feelings to business. Good communication is the bridge between confusion and clarity. Feelings to business. Good communication. Back and ask some questions and learn. And when I left that room, I went to a whole nother level. Write that down. I will no longer bring my feelings to business. Good communication is the bridge between confusion and clarity. Being the dumbest when it comes to economics, and I was able to sit back and ask some questions and learn. And when I left that room, I went to a whole nother level. Write that down. I will no longer bring my feelings to business. Good communication is the bridge between confusion and clarity.
Good communication is the bridge between confusion and clarity. I will no longer bring my feelings to business, but they will be balanced and aligned. Good communication is the bridge between confusion and clarity. I didn't trust my mom, so I couldn't trust anyone. Snap, crackle, pop. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramna, Ramna, Hare Hare. This is the mentor series, right? My name is 369Mindset. What you just heard is two of our divine sounds. MSG stands for meditation, sounding, and grounding. Meditation is becoming familiar with. When I get to listen to audios, I'm meditating, I'm sounding, and when I smoke tree, or if I'm outside with my feet on the ground, or if I'm by the river or by the ocean, or like, that's grounding. If I'm sun gazing, that's grounding. That's bringing my attention. If I'm journaling, that's grounding. So meditation or mindfulness, tapping into the sounds of the environment, from the birds to dope vibrations to the sacred energy of sound. And then the grounding is creating the geometries that comes down to this reality, and connecting our pink parts, fingers, hands, feet, to the ground, or other physical aspects that we use our five senses. This is how you heard Eric Thomas talk about shifting our paradigms. I've met one of them, manifesting, meeting the second one. They're both prophetic channelers. They're both shamanistic healers, and people call them motivational and this, that, and the third. But what Eric Thomas talked about with his trust with his mom, and this video, like, I literally was just talking about this yesterday, about how my mom, and she instilled the vibration of jealousy into our frequency, but it was just passed on from generation to generation. So if I can't trust her, it's damn sure hard for me to trust anyone else outside. And getting that clarity was lit. And then you tie in Abraham Hicks, who I'm looking to engage with and meet in the very near future. She discusses having everything already, knowing how to raise their frequency or vibe to get to that clarity. Both of these are about clarity. And the more clear and peaceful and happy you are where you are, it's easier for you to get to that next paradigm. So you call it a paradigm. Eric Thomas said it. Paradigm is a multitude of habits, right? Your habits are what's programmed into our cells, our DNA, into this vehicle, into this spaceship. And when you realize that, when he talked about getting the top people that you think are successful and see what they do. Like, he showed people like Will Smith, Venus Williams, Kevin Hart. Like, I looked at people like Malcolm Martin. I looked at people like Andrew Carnegie, Dale Carnegie, Napoleon Hill, Zig Ziglar, Bob Proctor, Les Brown. I looked at these people, Malcolm X. I engage with these Carter G. Woodson. I engage with these consciousnesses. And I started seeing what they were doing. Also, Eric Thomas, I started seeing what they were doing, and he said, write it down and then do it. And I know it may be out of your norm, but you have to do different if you want a different reality. Like, I am so grateful for my reality. Like, I don't want for anything. We don't want for anything. Now the goal is to show that to my family, my children.
I was interested in cool sculpting.
So
I wouldn't call it so much as a problem as a slight annoyance.
the ability to communicate the shift of a simplistic, non-materialistic, native lifestyle with a technological twang that allows us to circumvent all of this chilly shit that's about to happen. If y'all interested, definitely check us out today. We're gonna be on Clubhouse today. I think we're about to go do an IG. We're gonna do a Clubhouse. I'm grateful to be in this position, and I look forward to things to come. Y'all stay blessed and highly flavored. If y'all interested in MSG, definitely tap in. Tap in.